Yo, what's up, dirty dogs? So today we're just doing a quick little video on a 2022 TTR110, 2019 KLX 110. What we're checking out here today is just the carbs. So I hear there's an upgrade for the TTRs that what you can do is put a stock KLX carb onto the TTR110, get rid of the double throttle cables for the TTR, and supposedly it runs a lot better. So what I'm going to show you right now is just cold start on both of the bikes, and just show you the lag in the throttle. I mean, it was one of the first things I noticed when I got on the new TTR on the first day, was just how much the throttle lagged, and I really didn't notice it until I had these two right next to each other. So that's what we'll go ahead and do really quick right now. So I just barely started up both bikes. Cold start, I have not started them up yet today, and not even when I loaded them in the truck. So this is just barely right when they started. They both got the chokes on. I'm going to try to turn them off and just see the throttle response and show you guys. So yeah, KLX is right there. You can hear it. It's crisp. It is immediate. Now the TTR, I'm going to turn off the choke and show you guys this. Pretty annoying. I'll turn them off now. So yeah, sorry for the quality bouncing all around, but you can see from that the throttle response, I mean, just they're both cold, so you know, maybe it's a little bit from that. I could go through and adjust the carb on the KLX, adjust the throttle cables, but supposedly throwing the KLX carb on it is just an immediate upgrade, and then I only have one of these stupid cables to mess with, and so I'm going to do that, and that's what the other part of this video will be, just showing you the difference. But so you can see right now when they're cold, you started both of them, throttle response on the KLX is way better than TTR, and that's what we will be fixing. So I will show you what it's like once they're warmed up. The TTR throttle response does get better once it's warmed up, and we will just compare the difference between it now versus when it gets a KLX carb. Alright, so here they both are. It's been a few minutes. They should be warmed up. I'm just going to throw the throttle response and how it is now. So it's a little better when it's warmed up, but there's still just that little hesitation right when it's down low, right when you first get the gas. And that doesn't really change while you're out riding it. As long as you're kind of up in the RPMs, you don't really deal with it, but anytime that you go down low, you kind of have to deal with it. So a little bit of a bummer on the new bike, and then the KLX, I'll show you just how much better this one is. So yeah, it's got a little bit better. Yeah. But we are just doing a little follow-up to the KLX carb on the TTR, that switch out. So I've done the mod, I got everything set up now. I have the jetting, what I feel is right for this area right now. I'm at about 27 feet elevation in a very dry climate, and I am currently running 40 main and 40 pilot and a 88 main on the TTR. And that seems to work really good so far. So what I'm just going to show you guys right now is the start up on the bikes. Cold start, I haven't started them at all today, and just see the difference. I mean, it's a big difference. Let's see. So yeah, TTR has not started today. That's a cold start. Starts so much better with the KLX carb. No choke on. Hasn't needed it since I put the KLX carb on it. Throttle response is miles better. Let's see. Way better. I would say the TTR now starts even better than the KLX. KLX. We do this, start. See, oh. Give a little gas. That's not working. One sec. Now, as far as modifications go, you only have to make a couple cuts on this to get the KLX carb to go up. So the first thing that you want to do is you can slot the intake like I have here, where this arrow is pointing to. So you can either slot the intake, I did that on both sides of mine, or what you could do is check the carb. I've seen somebody online, they narrowed the bolt holes on the carb. So you can do one of those two things, either slot the intake or narrow the carb bolt holes. The other cut that you have to make is just on this metal piece back here that's part of the choke assembly. The choke cable goes down. So that, I mean, honestly, you can cut it more than I have here in the picture. It's probably better to just cut the whole damn thing off as much as you can. How I have it set up, it doesn't matter. So it really isn't anything that needs to be there. And then you'll also see another arrow at the top of that. That is two cables that are bolted down into the stock's TTR carb. I don't know what they are. The few people that I asked didn't know what they are. They just said tape them up and tuck them away. I did that and it's been great. So no troubles there. And then with the choke cable, you can use the KLX one if you want. I actually didn't even attach a cable. As you can see here, the choke is just tucked away right underneath the intake hose, so you can just reach down from sitting on the bike and pull it up, and at least mine stays up just that way. So that's what I've done. So this carb swap is easy to do. It takes away that low end BOG when you have the stock TTR carb on it, and then it gives you the single throttle cable instead of the dual that the TTR has. So it opened my bike up a whole bunch. It honestly made it's a night and day difference. It's a decent upgrade for the stock bike. Highly recommend.